This is the pod about
Nothing. Welcome to the part about nothing. I'm your co-host Nick Flair, alongside,
the resolution.
and tonight got special guests with us tonight from Markham, Ontario, which is just a suburb outside of Toronto. We have Couture J, CEO, Barber, and all-around good guy from Couture Barbershop, Cuts and Culture, out here in the greater Toronto area. Make some noise from Couture J. What's going on, Mr. Man?
What's going on with y'all? Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm just honored to be able to be a part of this this podcast that you guys are doing. I'm loving what you guys are doing, and I'm glad that you guys invited me.
We're glad to have you here. And as a show of solidarity, the resolution and I, we've taken our hats off and shown what we got going on. For the past 2 months, we haven't been cutting our hair. We haven't been doing nothing. We just been like trekking through everything just like everybody else is, man. Like next to the economy and next to the economy and the existential crisis going on, people are wondering about their hair. It's high up on the list.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. I mean, what are you guys doing? Like, I'm here just trying to find my way through, and figure out what's next.
Yeah, that's what we're doing too, right? We're just trying to survive out here, make do with our time, and we're super excited to have you on this show because we wanted to bring you on specifically to kind of get into the world of a barber, because we feel that it's an essential service, whereas like the government hasn't deemed barbers or just hairstylists as an essential service. And I feel they're doing a disservice to the people, because if I think about myself in particular, I gotta deal with this, right? And I want to fix it up, but I want to know from you, Couture J, talk to the people. Tell us how you're dealing with this whole situation in quarantine, and what, especially your customers. Like, are your customers just like coming to you, just like just scratching at the neck and say, hey, I need a cut. Hey, Couture J, I need a cut. Like, when am I gonna get that cut?
Just calling me, man. Just calling me, man. Yeah, for sure. That they're calling. Anybody need a cheeseburger? You know that one.
Anybody need a cheeseburger? Yeah.
You know where that line's from, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Menace Society. Yep.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, like I understand it though. People are feeling for their cut. People are feeling for their look good. I mean, it's what do you call it? Dopamine. Like
dopamine. Yep.
Dopamine.
Yeah, for sure. Like you get that cut and you walk out the shop and you feel invincible, right? And people are losing their superpowers right now.
Man.
Yeah, people are losing their superpowers, and
it's rough.
Yeah, and I feel bad because I know like I'm one of the people in the world that offer people like a re-up on their superpowers, and I can't provide them.
Right. What you can provide, and there's the reason why we brought you here, is because people are freaking out, bro. Because people want to know what they can do in the interim. Like, I've seen a few memes. I've seen a lot of things going on social media where people are freaking out because they're looking totally disheveled. You got to kind of get comfortable with yourself to the point where, okay, I'm okay with looking like a bum. I'm okay with looking like I don't have a dollar to my name. It's all right. But that's a long internal process to get there.
Oh, for sure.
For those of us that don't have that kind of time or effort to get there, what are some of the tips? We're going to be talking about some of the tips of little minor things, some of the little secrets the barbers have, because we don't know them, obviously. Like, look what we got going on right now.
Okay.
We're going to go into some of them little secrets. Little secrets that maybe you could just share a little bit of that wizard dust.
Okay. Well, one secret that could work is people can invest In a comb.
What is that? A
It's
comb?
a comb.
What are you doing,
Oh,
bro? What is that?
It's a
Hey,
comb.
why does it look like a crowbar? Why is it massive like that? Yo, is this the camera angle?
It's a comb.
Oh,
Right?
Jeez.
Oh.
You
Use
know
that in your hair.
The way that he had it for the camera, it looked like it was just like a dinosaur.
yeah. So that's one thing. Invest in a comb. Some people, like, believe it or not, don't have one. They get a cut, and they and then they wait till they come back to the barbershop to see your comb again.
That was like Kevin Durant.
Yeah. He's got like Kevin Durant's got like forever bedhead, man. His hair is just in shambles, man.
Or 2 years ago, DeRozan. 2 years ago, DeRozan and Larry.
Yeah. Kevin Durant's hair is so bad. Kevin Durant was on the Breakfast Club and they asked him to clear up the rumors. Do you brush your hair? Yes or no?
He does not brush his hair at all. That head has never seen a brush in his life. Never.
What kind of question are you gonna ask another human being? Like, he's famous. He's a superstar.
Yo, we gotta say a big shout out to everybody that's watching, that's tuned in live right now. I appreciate you. Big shout out to PCX. Shout out to Schwarmsky. Shout out to Lady T. Thank you guys for joining. PCX is talking about getting he got his hair cut. He's gonna get his hair cut again next week. So
where's he at, man?
PCX, you cutting your own hair? Because I can't cut my hair. I don't got a straight hair. Like, my hand is just like it's
you need that brave thing. You need that courage.
I can't keep it straight. Like that's it. Like, I'll mess up my hairline. I'm not talking.
PCS gotta let us know right now, man, because like,
man. It's either he's in Atlanta or he's in New Brunswick.
So
one extreme to the next.
So Couture J, like, what do I gotta do, man? Like, I feel like I got two paths here, right? I could be on that natural hair journey. I could just let it all, grow out, or I could like try to fade it up somehow, get that, that mirror,
or at least like a lineup, or like
look on the back mirror. Like, I can't do that. Again, I don't have a steady hand. Like, how do I deal with the lineup? Like, what do I gotta do?
So here's the thing. Like I said, invest in a comb. If you already got one, you're ahead of the game. Now, if you don't have the courage to start, getting the clippers and putting them to your head yourself, then start investing in product. Because some people don't have product, right?
That's true too.
Right? You get in the shower, wet your hair, then you get that product and just let the product do the work. You know what I mean? Let the product do the work. So maybe you don't have a haircut, but you just comb and style it into the.
What's this product? What could we talking about? We talking about like essential oils? We talking about olive oil? We coconut oil? What are we talking about?
Just
pineapple
juice
oil?
And berries.
Natural juices and berries.
Natural juices and berries.
It all depends on who you are and what you use. Like, I mean, if you're a curly hair client like myself, you could use essential oils, maybe certain gels if you want to get like big curls or whatnot, or if you just want to comb it all back, big curls.
Okay, but you have to understand, this is quarantine season too. Like, the essential oils may not exist in my household, but I have vegetable oil. Like, can I use that?
I mean, you're not going nowhere. Do what you want. It's quarantine.
Yo, bro, now,
get that soul glow.
Now's the time to experiment, yo.
Now's the time to experiment. Yeah.
Yo,
all right.
If they can deep fry Oreos, they can deep fry hair for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, we should try that.
They deep frying everything.
But yeah, so for instance, your hair type, you probably want to use some oils or maybe some light pomades. All depends on the effect that you're trying to get, right?
Oh man.
Or some castor oils.
Oh, castor oil. Yeah. Sounds like that would make my car start.
Hey, right now we're in an economic crisis. So, I mean, you know what I mean? You got to get the two first. You got to get those two first.
What about Dax? I found in my closet, it was just dusty old like jar of Dax. Like, should I put that on?
Yeah. Put it on your car and get it started.
What's
Dax
better?
is old
What's
school,
better?
tried and true, man.
Is the black Dax or the green Dax better? Which one's better?
All depends on what you're trying to get done. So if you're looking at the green Dax, you're talking about just keeping your hair moisturized, just keeping that shine. And now if you're talking about the black Dax, you're trying to lay something down. You're trying to get some waves.
Wakanda.
Yeah. Yeah. And now if you're talking about people with straighter hair, then you're looking at your different products, so like clays or again like pomades or waxes or gels.
Did you say clay? Did you say clay?
Yeah. Different companies have different products.
Clay thing, because this is clay. Clay is a product for your hair.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It's for instance, if you have like a pomade, now clay will be when it goes into your hair, it's stiffer and it's a more matte finish, right? So it's not shiny.
Okay.
Right, and it styles different people's hair differently. So if you have straight hair and it's really firm, then the clays are able to hold your style the way that you need it easier than maybe a gel would. Right.
Okay. So for the brave at heart, because like the resolution and myself, we're not brave guys in terms of like we're gonna put the clippers to the hair, right? So for the people who are adventurous, the people out there that say, you know what, it is quarantine, I'm going all out, I'm putting it all, I'm willing to risk it all. I'm gonna cut my own hair.
All right.
What kind of tips as a barber? You know that you're never gonna get a barber cut. That's number one.
All right.
You need to go in with low expectations. But what you got for them?
Okay. First of all, you want to make sure you have a clipper. All right? A clipper if you're going to be cutting your hair, right? And if you want to do your magic and try and make it super fresh, then you're going to want to have a liner. All right?
Clipper and a liner, okay.
Clipper and liner for sure. Now, one of the most important things is let me see, being able to hold the clipper. Right? So for instance, if you're let me see, hold on here.
Oh, I think he's gonna cut his hair. Is he gonna cut his hair?
No, he's not gonna cut his hair.
No, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna.
Everyone was waiting.
Yeah, next time. On my OnlyFans page.
Yeah. Hold on. Before you go further, PCX wants to know, like, does clay really work? And then can we mix clay with other oils?
You can, but I wouldn't advise it. But it all depends if clay doesn't hold your hair the way that you need it to, and you think that you need something else to add to the hold, then go ahead and use something else as well. But clay usually does the job. If you're messing with clay, you're at that level where clay is going to be the thing that works for you.
Get that Klay Thompson PCX. It works.
So holding the clipper is important, right? So if you're going to be cutting yourself, you want to be going upwards. You can't hold the clipper like this.
Yeah, right? That's how I've done that before.
That's how I do it. I've done that.
I messed up my hair before.
Holding the clipper again, right? So you got to be able to. Let me see here. Getting this camera view, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just let me get close there so you can see, right? So this and you're moving with a C scoop motion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
C scoop. C scoop.
It's not just like not all crazy. Let's get this hair off of my head.
No, you're scooping out. You're scooping out as you go around, right? Now, and it all depends on if you wanna go low, then you're gonna be going against the grain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again,
against the grain. That sounds very like motivational and inspiring.
Oh,
All right,
Yeah,
explain to the people who don't know what against the grain means, because that's real barbarific. That's real barber talk.
All right, so your hair goes in a pattern where your hair naturally comes forward, and that's with the grain. Goes forward, forward, and down. Right? So when you're combing your hair, you're combing it with the grain.
Right.
Right? Now, when you cut with the grain, you're cutting a certain level. But now once you start going against the grain, you end up lifting hair up and cutting more than you would if you went with the grain. Right?
Okay.
So it all depends on what you're trying to achieve. So for instance, if I was to cut my hair in this quarantine, thinking that I have 6, 7, 8 weeks of quarantine life ahead of me, I would take my clipper, put on a number 1 guard.
Number one guard, okay.
And I would just go against the grain.
Against the grain.
And just cut it as low as I can, me personally, if this was what I would be doing. Right? Cut it against the grain and cut it all one level. And thinking to myself, okay, I got this hair out of the way. I'll just wait for these shops to open up.
Okay.
Right? And that's if you have so much hair on your head that you just can't stand it. But I'm thinking it doesn't make sense for you to try and be the neighborhood barber in your house when you've never held a clipper before in your life. Right? So I'm saying a 1 clip against the grain would get the job done, get you nice and clean. But if you're somebody with long hair, I wouldn't advise you cutting it all off if long hair is what you want to keep. I advise you to start messing around with the products. Or just be proud of how you look.
Sometimes I am proud, but then there's other times where I'm just like, I want to have a different look.
Yeah, well, I get that. You got to get the ego out of the way. We're on quarantine.
So what would you advise me to do? Okay, you talked about doing the number 1, but what if I want like that design in my head or a part? Like, should I do that during this season, or should I just wait it out? What should I do? Remember, I got a shaky hand. Is there anything is there like an attachment I could attach to the clipper that makes it steady? Is there like a steady Eddie type of thing for a clipper?
No, there's no gimbal that you can attach to your body to keep your hand steady as you cut through your hair, especially with the nerves, right?
Maybe that's a business opportunity, Nick. We should look into this. We might be able to sell this on Amazon.
We should
get like a steady Eddie for clippers. We might be able to get what you might.
You know what? If we put enough rulers together, I think we'd be able to come up with something. Just something that's super straight. Get your lineup done, or we can get like a mannequin's head, and we're good, man. We're good. I think we've got something going on right now. I think we've got some good solid ideas.
Lady T wants to know: do you recommend the sponge technique? Talk to us about the sponge technique. I got a sponge.
Well, the resolution is the king of the sponge. He's the king of the sponge.
Oh man, I used to bring that sponge everywhere. Not only did I used to use it on my head, I used to use it for my dishes everywhere I had to clean anywhere. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, Lady T. Do not judge me, Lady T.
That's what we're living right now. We're living in a time of twofer.
I had to MacGyver it. What?
Right? Yeah, no, that makes sense. And the sponge is an awesome tool right now. Sponge is an awesome tool. So the sponge actually eliminates the barber. All right? Like I said, you've seen Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan 2 years ago. Yeah, for sure they never seen a barber in months. And that sponge had them being able to walk in public as if,
for sure,
everything was okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask a delicate question, because this is the most delicate of all delicate questions. Because most people are cool. Like, most people are cool without cutting their hair, right? Like, some people are really narcissistic against it. But what it comes down to, and this comes down to hair, and it also comes down to facial hair, is the delicateness of the lineup. Now, if somebody just wants to do the bare essentials in terms of lining themselves up, they don't want to mess up anything. They just want to clear the excess hair off of their hairline or off of their face, and they just want to just maintain status quo until they can get themselves to a barber. what do you suggest them doing?
Well, I suggest that they definitely have a liner.
Okay.
The liner, and make sure that it's reasonably sharp, not so sharp that it'll cut you, but so sharp that it'll define your line, right? And this is where the magic lies. This is the area where the barbers get the big bucks, right? With this lineup, because you can give somebody the dopest fade you've ever given them. And you go ahead and mess with that.
So that's the rabbit in the hat.
That's the trick.
That is a rabbit. You can have the fade. If you mess up the lineup, that's
woo.
Yeah, you go ahead, get on the best fade you want. Get on the best fade ever given. But you go mess up that lineup. People can tell you.
Okay, so now that we're on the topic of beards, we got a question from the audience. So Didi wants to know is do you use moisturizer for your beard? If so, what kind? Didi, and you missed it earlier. I was talking about vegetable oil. We got to use that. You know, you got to be creative in quarantine. Vegetable oil, I use.
Yo, man, we're not savages. We use coconut oil, bro. Come on now.
No,
sure. I say that for my bacon.
For sure. There's some products. Some good products out there. One that I use personally is I use a brand called Cantu, and I use a brand called Cold Label. Those are the ones that I use, and I like them. I like the smells, and that's when I do have my beard going on. This is my quarantine beard, but those are the two brands that I definitely would use.
Okay, and you know what's fascinating is that we talked earlier, and Nick Flair even mentioned solidarity, and I love your concept of for the people, by the people, and you decided to do this movement of not even cutting your hair, shaving your beard, because you are putting yourself in your customer's shoes. So that's a lot of so you have empathy for your customers, which I love. That's awesome. Talk to us about that.
Well, I decided that I wasn't going to cut my hair. Once I shut down the shop because of the COVID-19 situation. Just for the safety precautions, safety reasons, I shut down. And then a week or two later, the government mandated that we shut down. So I was kind of like ahead of the curve on that one. But I felt bad that I wasn't going to be able to have people looking their best. And I knew that I know how people behave, right? When they're not looking good. I know how people behave when they can't get that fresh that they want. Like, for instance, there'll be times where people will go without shaving it and going without a haircut on purpose, right? It doesn't bother them. But when you want something, you can't get it. It's a different mental situation. Mm-hmm. So I knew that a lot of my clients would be going through the ringer right now, and I just said, you know what, like, I can cut my own hair, and my son that lives with me, he can cut my hair as well. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this with my people. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do this, and I won't get a cut until I'm able to take care of them and get them their cuts as well. So, it's just how I was approaching it. Just trying to go through this whole thing with them, with my people.
Yeah, that's noble of you. That's dope, because man. I could imagine like your customers, if they saw you with a fresh fade lineup, they'd probably be envious, and you might lose customers. So this is a good customer retention strategy on your part. Bravo, Mr. Couture.
Okay. All right.
Yo, man. Yo, people are fiending for haircuts right now. I see the gram right now. Yo, bro, I see right now on Instagram, people are advertising do-it-yourself hair kits. And they make it look like it's the easiest thing in the world. Like these barbers go online and they go, yo, there's this new thing. And like it looks like giving yourself a fade is like a walk in the park. Because the way that they make it look like on Instagram, and people get very excited over this because people are really fiending to have their haircut and fiending to look their best. So they're willing to take a chance and do some crazy stuff to their hair. So for you to be in solidarity with the rest of us that are not willing to take that chance, yo, that is big, man. That is huge. 100%, brother.
Yeah.
One thing we miss the most about going to the barbershop is the barbershop talk, right? Now, if we were in the barbershop right now, what do you think? I mean, like, let's not even talk about COVID because people wouldn't be talking about that. It'd be very weird to be talking about, yo, who has COVID? You think that guy in the chair over there, you think he has COVID? How about him? That guy waiting to get a COVID. He definitely got the COVID. Look at him coughing over there. We wouldn't be talking about that, obviously. So what other things, what do you think would be the topics of discussion right now in the barbershop?
Right now, topic of discussion would be the Raptors on their way to another championship.
Oh, God.
That's what the conversation would be.
You
Raptors
really believe that?
Hello? Hello?
Yo, we're super quiet about that one right now.
We're not gonna address that.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what we'll be talking about. We'll probably be talking about Snowfall. You know?
Snowfall, dope show. Love that show.
Oh, Snowfall came back for the season?
No, well, I mean, I'm behind, right? So I just finished season 3.
Franklin is super dope.
Woo! Franklin, boy. Yep. And then the birds. We'd be talking about the birds. You know, Marty Bird from Ozark.
Oh, Ozark.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, Ozark.
Right. And then also we'd be talking about whatever conversations that explains, you know, talks about. You know, we touch on some of those topics. You ever watch that documentary series on Netflix called Explained by Vox?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I watched almost every episode. They have the coronavirus one right now.
Yeah, for sure. That, yeah, I didn't watch the coronavirus one because I mean, I'm seeing coronavirus all over my TV all the time, so
yeah.
Stayed away from that one. But there's one on billionaires that I just watched from Explained. That was pretty dope.
That one was crazy.
And then the one on diamonds. But yeah, what else would we be talking about? We'd be talking about
would you be talking about? Would you be talking about Keke Palmer's Sticky? Didi wants to know.
Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer.
No, what's this? What did I miss?
Whoa. What's the video called?
I think we gotta watch that video. Didi gotta put that video up for us.
Keke Palmer.
From Killer and the Bee, man.
Didi, like, you know what? I appreciate that. Like, this is barbershop talk. I don't know if we'd be watching that video unless it's. I don't know. I guess we gotta watch the video to find out.
You know what, Jay?
Didi, thank you for the recommendation, though.
Yeah, new Keke called Sticky. I'm gonna have to watch this as soon as this broadcast comes off. I'm gonna watch that.
Interesting.
All right. Lady T's got a question. She says, "How do you feel about some barbershops and hair salons reopening for only essential employees?"
That
sounds
like segregation to me.
Wow. That is that a thing? Because I haven't heard that.
But what state is that from, Lady T?
That might be one of the states. That might be in a particular state. Definitely not New York.
If that's a thing, then you're gonna have that state's gonna have like the freshest grocery store clerks. Because yo, if anybody's essential, those guys.
We've been saluting the grocery store because the amount they get paid and what they're putting themselves.
Yeah, big shout out to the grocery store clerks, frontline staff, man.
Like I go to the grocery store and I see some of the guys working in there, no gloves, no mask. It's like they said, you know what? Whatever. You like
if it's going down, it's going down.
Yeah, if it's going down, it's going down. Because you know, like what do they get? Like the amount of money that they get paid to be so exposed to what's happening out here? Like
yo, and if you see the lines now, the grocery stores, the lines are insane. Like the lines go from one end of the store to the next out the door. And this is like from hours of operation. This is from the beginning of when the store opens to when the store closes. So these grocery store clerks must interact with 20, 30, 40 people per day, right? So yeah, man, I'm cool with them cutting their hair if they need to. You know, like I would rather them get a raise or get some wages or whatever, man. But they want to get a haircut. by all means, they can get whatever they want.
Yeah, but to answer that question, I don't think it's fair that only the essential people get haircuts because
yeah, I think
like,
everyone should be entitled to get a haircut.
If you want to get a haircut, you can get a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
a good workaround right now. I think a good workaround right now is anybody who's working who has a job and their company's still working. I think they hire a barber to be inside the one of the rooms. Hire themselves under the table barber.
That's a good proposition. I've always wanted to ask barbers this, okay? Like this is a question that's coming out of left field. So your client is in the chair, they're on their phone, and they're scrolling through their phone as you're cutting, and you have an opportunity as the barber. You can see over their shoulder what kind of content they actually consume. Now, if you see like a lot of like, let's call it big booty Judies on their feed that they're just constantly scrolling and liking and this and that on their Instagram, like, do you comment? Do you reserve comment? Do you try to spark up a conversation to like, address that piece of content that they're consuming? Like, or is it like, are there some things that you've seen that are way too uncomfortable, like maybe a dispute between, the dude and his girlfriend or whatever, like, and you've seen some stuff like, have you ever been facing these scenarios?
Oh, for sure, all kinds. It all depends on who the client is, on how I address it. All depends on who the client is and how I address it. Sometimes, like it'll be like nothing happened. And sometimes it's like, let me see that again.
Yeah. Like I could just imagine some of the things that you probably have seen through someone's like scrolling. So it's just something I always thought about.
All kinds of nonsense.
It was sorry guys. Everyone laughed. That was just an abstract thought that I had. It's just I just wanted to know what I have a barber. Ask the barber.
So let me ask my deep seated questions, as the resolution has let the cat out of the bag, and we're okay now with asking these questions we always wanted to ask. So my question is this: one thing I've noticed about the barbershop is that it's almost like you got double duty. You're not just cutting hair. You almost sometimes you function as a lot of people's psychologist. Now, what is it about doing somebody's hair that makes them want to divulge all their secrets to you? I've seen it. I don't know how it is for the ladies. We have a lot of ladies right now in the comments. I don't know if you're at a salon, if it's the same way, if people just start talking about their lives. But at a barbershop, people really put their business out in the street. So I mean, like, how do you wear this hat seriously? Like, do you like just say, man, they were in the zone, or do you really try to be there for them, like in a personal psychological way?
Well, it's you're there in a psychological way, and I feel like you have no choice. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it just comes with the relationship. It comes with the time spent. It's not often that someone brand new will come and divulge all their issues, but it's not something that will never happen. Like, there's people who I've never seen before that me and them have the deepest conversations. Like conversations that, like, I can't guarantee that it'll change their lives, but they've definitely sent me a new perspective of thought. And just for the way that we've dealt with conversations that person might be dealing with, right? And and there's people that come through that just feel so uncomfortable because, like, this is their time to release. This is their time to get away. This is their time to say what they need to say because there's no one else to say it to, right? And I'm totally comfortable with that. And sometimes it might be my release too. Like, it might even, like, me having a conversation with them about their situation might be the conversation that I'm having that's allowing me to work through my situation, right? So right. It's just it's a mutual thing. It's a mutual energy that happens between us, client and barber.
Yeah, it's pretty therapeutic, right? For both of you, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, both ways for sure.
Yeah. There's a quick question from Yaz Gallo. She really likes your T-shirt, and she wants to know where to get that from.
Oh,
where do you get your T-shirt from?
Well, thank you for liking it. This is a hair My store is called Couture, and moniker is Cut Your Hair, and this is the hair that I use as a representation for our store. And if you would like to get one, you can get one at couture.ca. That's KUTURE.ca. And there's a shop section on there where all of our apparel is available.
All right, cool. And
we rocked them on the show before, both of us.
Yeah.
The hair.
Yeah, and I appreciate you guys for that.
Couture's got good merchandise. I love the merchandise.
I appreciate you guys for that. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the love.
No, man, it's dope logo, dope marketing, man. Like fresh. We like it.
Like, okay, there's one more question I need to ask, and then Nick, you could, if you want to ask him another question. I got, and maybe a lot of fellas want to know this too, so I'm asking it for everybody, all the dudes. That blue drink that barbers usually have, that blue drink that nobody drinks, and there's just combs in there.
Yeah.
Barberside.
Do you guys ever drink it, or is that just for show? Is that like a certification that I'm a barber? I need to have that in my shop. Every barber has that in their shop. Is that like the rite of passage? Like, I need to know.
No, it's not consumable. It's not consumable. It's called Barberside, and yeah, every barber needs to have it. Every barbershop needs to have it, and you just need to that's a solution you use to clean your tools and aid with disinfecting. So when you're done with your tools, you drop them in there, and you have them get cleaned off, or they sit in there and get sanitized, and then you have them sit there till you're ready for your next client. So yeah, that's
fun fact.
That's not
fun
something.
Fact. The person that created Barberside created Pesticide too.
Say word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just looked it up.
Before we wrap. All right, yo. Left field, dog. Left field. Barry Bonds is out there like, yo, left field, I'm out here. Got that. All right, so we talked a lot about a lot of the do's, a lot of what we can do in this time. So what are the things that we can do? Now, as a barber, what are some things that you strongly advise against? What are some of the don'ts? What do you strongly advise that people should not be doing at this time with their hair?
Okay, so what I strongly advise that you don't do is don't cut your hair without a mirror.
Okay.
Right? So that's a don't. Don't cut your hair without a mirror.
So you can't gauge it.
Yeah, you'll never be able to get.
Do you mean front mirror and back mirror, or just like?
If you have a front mirror, you're halfway there.
Okay. Literally.
Right. But yeah, you need two mirrors. You're definitely gonna need two mirrors. All right. Okay. And if you're a phone pro and you're able to work those angles, then maybe you can use your phone to do it. Right. Have the mirror behind you and have your phone in this. Right.
Right.
And don't use a knife to cut your hair.
Tell me that you have not encountered somebody that used a knife. Tell me that you.
No, I haven't. But I'm just saying, so desperate times, and people be doing crazy stuff right now. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because if you don't have clippers and you don't have scissors, and you say, "Well, I got some Sharpie," don't do it.
Sharpies.
The Sharpies.
Don't do it.
Wow.
And
all right.
Another don't.
Yeah.
Another don't, for sure. Another don't. This. If you're gonna let your spouse cut your hair,
it's common right now.
Don't let your spouse cut it after an argument. Right?
Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom.
Yeah. And if you've never cut your hair before and you're not good at it, you've never done it before, and you're not sure how it's going to turn, don't cut it live on Facebook.
Definitely don't.
That's good advice.
Right.
Hold on. Another one. Hold on. I got this. My very last one. I promise.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to ask this. Okay. Has anybody asked you for a unit? Like, do you install units?
I don't install units.
Are you thinking about expanding your product line to
I
include
don't install
units?
units. My partner that works at the shop with me, he installs units, but
Oh yeah.
that's not something that I got into. I didn't dabble down that road of unit installation. I didn't get there. I didn't research that. I didn't make that
And
much.
Go ahead.
my last question that I've always wanted to know, and this is something I've always wanted to know. I'm not gonna say why I've always wanted to know, but I've got my reason. Okay. So is there ever a point where you tell a customer it's time to come home? And that, for those who don't know what coming home means, it means that if you are significantly balding, do you ever tell a customer, you know what, like, I've done all, like, you know when doctors are like trying to do a surgery and they're just like, yo, I've done all I can do. This is all I can do. I can't bring him back to life.
The patient's not gonna make it.
He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it.
For sure. I've made suggestions. I've made suggestions on the causes that, you know, the ones that they're not gonna make it, and they're holding on. They're holding on to 1995. I've made suggestions. You know, so you know, I've brought people over the hump.
Yeah, you brought them home. That's a good barber, man.
I brought them home.
There's some people I brought home.
Mm-hmm. And then there's some people that, you know, you're just watching them, you know, like journey, and you're like, okay, it's gonna be time to come home soon. Not yet, but.
Oh man.
It's a sad story, man. Yeah, it's part of life, dog. It's part of life, man.
It's part of life. You see? Did you see Soul for Real this morning or yesterday?
No.
On IG. On IG.
The Candy Rain Soul for Real?
Yeah. This morning, somebody sent me a clip of them. I guess they were doing a quick acapella, like somewhere on
the same song.
Yeah.
They've been singing for like 40 years.
You need to go see that, boy. They're getting roasted, and I felt bad because people are like, "Is this like, how do they age so bad? How did they age? Oh man, the comments are crazy.
Heavy D's death hit them for real, though.
Oh no. R.I.P. Heavy D.
Yeah, but as you say that, it just makes me think, like, it brings me back to that post where everybody's like roasting them, and I'm thinking, yo, we're all gonna get old, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's gonna be time to come home for some people sooner than others, you know. So,
are there any celebrities or athletes right now you think definitely need to come home? As a barber,
address the elephant in the room.
There's one I thought he did it already, but it was a Photoshop. But
you talking about the man that came back like Jesus?
There's a king. Yeah.
The king himself.
Yeah.
Yo,
he rose again.
Jamie Foxx came back with the vengeance, dog.
Oh man, he did.
But then
the real life CGI.
Then he went back.
Oh man.
But how about the quarantine king? The quarantine king is doing it right now, right? Because the quarantine king brought his back. Like, was it Tory Lanez?
But Tory Lanez fully admits it. He's like, yo, man, I got the surgery done. I got the scalp pushed forward.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now he's winning. Now he's
quarantine. Now he's quarantine king. Yeah.
Yeah, quarantine radio is killing it.
And he owes it all to that scalp surgery.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So besides King James and Jamie Foxx, anybody else, you just see them and you say, Okay, aside from coming home, is there anybody that you feel you could style their hair differently? And I'm gonna leave this open, man or woman, because like I've been to your shop where I've seen a lot of ladies that do come to your shop, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anybody, you could say man, woman, whatever, and that you look at their hairstyle and you say, you know what, I could do something for you, and I can make you look a lot better than you're presently looking.
You know what? I can't think of it right now. The only person that stays on my mind with this hair thing is was DeMar DeRozan.
The whole time?
Yeah,
the whole time?
The whole time. I'm like, something's got to be done about this.
He just got hair because it never suited him all the time.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like it. I feel like it.
Poor guy, man.
Yeah, and I love DeMar DeRozan. That's just one thing I always thought, like, man, I wish I could do something for him.
He always got the short end of the stick. Poor guy.
Man.
Poor guy.
All right, Couture J, man.
Yes.
This was awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
We wanna appreciate you for being on this show and everything that you're doing for the community, and again the whole solidarity concept.
Yes,
Love
sir.
it.
If you want to get in touch with Couture J, because Couture J is not only he's not only cutting hair. Obviously, he's not cutting hair during the quarantine. You do have a book club that you have started online,
right.
that is gaining some traction. If you want to tell the people just very briefly about the book club you got going on, and about maybe some upcoming books and where they can reach you in order to get involved in this book club, go right ahead.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so just to kind of, break up the monotony with what we're going through with the COVID-19 pandemic quarantine, I thought it might have been a good idea to do something different. And so I created a book club, and I call it Quarantine 2020. And it's part of an initiative that I have called the Good Hair Community. So if you want to join the book club, I recommend that you do. It's going to be a good conversation, and it's really good books that we're covering. The last book we covered is called oh man, by author by the name of Gary John Bishop, right? And what's the book called again? How did I?
Unf yourself. There you go.
There you go.
I was gonna say the Bible.
Yeah. So the book so the book is called Unf Yourself, by Gary John Bishop, and the book that we're covering now is called Stop Doing That Shit. Now, these are good books, and they kind of help you work through your life, whatever issues that you might be having. It's really good books. So you can join us at our Good Hair Community, and you follow my Instagram at Couture Life and at Couture Life. And then you can follow the links and get through the Good Hair page, and join the book club through there. And again, my Instagram handle is at Couture Life, and you can see some of the merchandise at couture.ca. So that's KUTURE.ca. Resolution, Nick Flair, thank you guys so much for having me. It was a good time, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Appreciate you. Big shout out to Dax, Green and Black.
And it looks like we'll actually be able to finish it. We'll do our saying because we've been interrupted the last 3 times we tried this. It's a pot about nothing.
Be about something.
Yeah, we did it.
Later.
Peace, everybody.
Peace out.